Hello Pokemon trainers, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet video here on iStarly TV. Today I'm going to show you where you can get Ditto in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Obviously Ditto is one of the most useful Pokemon in these games because it lets you breed any of your Pokemon with it to get Pokemon eggs. And if you're looking for competitive Pokemon, or if you want to breed Pokemon to trade your friends or whatever the case might be, Ditto is absolutely imperative. So let's talk about where to get Ditto first of all. Now, Ditto is found in two locations in Scarlet and Violet. This is West Province Area 2 and also in West Province Area 3. So, of course, since this is an open world game, you can access these areas pretty much whenever you want. But at least I'm going to say that my favorite spot to hunt Dittos is in this area, Province Area 2. And the Pokemon in this area are about level, I would say like level 24 to like 28 or 29. So in the mid to late 20s. So you should have maybe at least one Pokemon in your team that's in the 20s. Or another option is something that I try to do in these games is you can just save the game and then, battle Ditto or battle a Pokemon. And if you happen to die or try to catch it, like just throw a Pokeball right away or a Great Ball. And if you happen to die, you can just reset the game and try again. That's a lot slower of a method, but if you really want to get Ditto as early as possible, that is one option. But anyways, let's talk about how to get Ditto. So Ditto is only found in the wild, obviously. But the thing about Ditto is if you're looking around, you see wild Pokemon here, you will never see Ditto as its Ditto form. You will never see Ditto as the little pink blob. Ditto disguises itself as other Pokemon. And so the way that you can check if you have Ditto, the easiest way is the I guess quickest way. Wow, he just vanished. You could catch just about every Pokemon you see in this area. All the different ones. So if you see Kirlia and you don't have it in your Pokedex, try to catch it. If you see Phanpy, try to catch it. Deerling, Tauros, try to catch all of these. And then what will happen is when you see a Ditto, when you press the ZL button on the Pokemon, it'll say Ditto. So it'll tell you it's a Ditto. Or rather, if you haven't found Ditto yet, it'll have question marks there. So if you're like, oh, I know I have Phanpy in my Pokedex, but when I press ZL next to Phanpy, it shows question marks. That means it's going to be a Ditto. So that's kind of the best way to go about finding Ditto. Alternatively, you can just basically run into everything you encounter until you find a Ditto, because what will happen is when it's a Ditto, when you battle it, it'll change into Ditto. It'll change from the form that it's taking into Ditto. So like for example, if this Girafarig were a Ditto, when I battle it, it would change into a Ditto and it would say Ditto. So I'm still having trouble. It's funny that I haven't found a Ditto yet. Usually they're more common than this. And I have captured, as you can see, I have every one of these Pokemon in my Pokedex already. So like it'll say if it's a Ditto or not. And for some reason, it's giving me trouble. But anyways, like I said, this is this is what I find to be the best area to hunt for Dittos. I haven't really tried hunting for Dittos in the West Province Area 3 yet. I imagine it's pretty much the same, although I believe the Pokemon in West Province Area 3 are a little bit higher level. So yeah, so this one might be quote unquote easier. Where's the Dittos? All right, so it took me a while, but I finally found a Ditto. Oh no, okay. These Girafarigs are trying to kill me. I like Girafarig a lot, so I kind of don't mind this. But anyways, here's a Ditto. As you can see, I forgot to mention this earlier too. I'm going to try to battle it in a second, but I forgot to mention in my party right here, I have a Hoppip. So I recommend, because Ditto is kind of tough to catch. I'm just going to, because if it walks into the Pokemon Center area, it might despawn. But so I'm just going to show you right here, and then I'll talk about my party. So yeah, it says the wild Ditto was caught off guard, and then as you can see, it immediately transforms into Ditto. So obviously Ditto only knows the move transform. The other thing about Ditto is that its catch rate is actually pretty low, which means it's kind of hard to catch Ditto. So like I said, when you see a Ditto, you should probably save before you battle it, or if you don't have Ditto in your Pokedex and you're in this area and you're looking for one, I would advise saving the game like as much as you can, just in case something goes wrong with this Ditto and you accidentally like use like 20 of your great balls or something. And in this game, it's kind of difficult to come by Pokeballs sometimes. So I would advise just saving the game whenever you can. And when you finally do see a Ditto, I advise saving the game right before battling it. And so basically the Pokemon in your party don't matter, but I advise leading with just any Pokemon at all, and then switching into a weak Pokemon turn 1. So my Hoppip knows Tackle, Tail Whip, and Splash. Obviously, Ditto only knows Transform, so that means Ditto will transform into my Hoppip, and it'll be pretty weak. So it'll be basically easy for me to... it was caught off guard. I forgot about that. I'm just going to actually throw a Pokeball right now just because I might as well. I have Repeat Balls. You unlock these different Pokeballs as you progress through the game. So as you beat gym leaders, I believe. So like I unlocked Repeat Balls, I think after like the 4th gym or something, or after the 4th gym that I battled. So that's the thing, is Repeat Balls would help a lot against Ditto, because, well, once you finally catch a Ditto, you can just spam Repeat Balls against the other ones you encounter. So I did catch the Ditto there, but I'll just continue talking about my little strategy that I have for battling Dittos. Like I said, try to have a weak Pokemon in your party, like a Lechonk, a Tarantula, a Hoppip, just something that knows weak attacks, so the Ditto can transform into that weak Pokemon. And then the other thing I would advise is having a Pokemon with False Swipe on your party. You can catch Scyther somewhat early-ish in the game. These Pokemon are really just out to kill me here. And False Swipe obviously will always leave the Pokemon with 1 HP. So, you know, Ditto will transform into the weak Pokemon like Hoppip, and it'll copy its stats, so it'll have really weak stats. And then the Scyther can come in and False Swipe it down to 1 HP, and then you're free to throw Pokeballs of your choice at that point. You can also have a Pokemon with a status move like Paralysis, like Thunder Wave, or Spore, or Stun Spore, or Sleep Powder, or whatever the case, to put it to sleep or paralyze it, which would also make it easier to catch. Because once again, Ditto's catch rate is actually pretty low, so you can go through a lot of Pokeballs, even if you've weakened it. I've had situations where I go through like 20, like I said, Great Balls just trying to catch a Ditto because their catch rate is so low. And like I said, I advise you to save the game beforehand. But yeah, Ditto's just a really valuable Pokemon to have because of breeding. I also encountered a Ditto in a raid, and as you unlock higher star raids, the Dittos that... the Pokemon you encounter in those raids, I believe, have guaranteed perfect IVs. Ooh, I caught a Modest Ditto. Oh, that's awesome. That's actually really cool, because I was hoping for, you know, a good nature. And I've been trying to catch a lot of Dittos, and not a lot of them have had good natures. I've heard Synchronize doesn't work in this game, but it might. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I'll have to test it. But anyways, that is how you catch Ditto in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I really hope this video helped you out. Another small thing too is the power items like Power Bracer, Power Lens, those items that help EV train but also are good with breeding. You can actually buy them immediately in this game. As soon as you get to Mesagosa, which is like the first main town, you go to the Delibird Presents or Delibird Presents, and you can actually buy the power items right away. And I believe after you have a few gym badges, like 2 to 4 gym badges, you also can buy the Destiny Knot from here, which also make it easier to breed Pokemon with perfect stats once you have those. So just a lot of good you know, useful tips for breeding in general. Also real quick, when it comes to breeding Pokemon, you do that in a picnic. So you open a picnic, make sure you have your Ditto and 1 Pokemon that you want to breed. Try not to have anything else, because if you have Ditto, the Pokemon you want to breed, and like something else, or multiple other things, then the eggs could be those other things. So if you only have Ditto and the Pokemon you want to breed, they will always be eggs of the Pokemon you want to breed if you only have those 2 Pokemon. And I've found it sometimes takes a while to get eggs in this game if you're just standing there, because you can just AFK once you're waiting for the eggs to spawn in the picnic basket. But what I found is if you eat a meal or make a sandwich that has the egg power boost, you get eggs a lot faster. So hopefully these tips help. Once again, that's how you get Ditto. Please leave a like and subscribe for more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet videos. I really hope you enjoyed. I hope this video helped you out. Please let me know in the comments if you're interested in breeding Pokemon in this game. It's also really easy to just make perfect Pokemon in this game. Like, you could take your starter with bad stats and a bad nature, and by the end of the game, you could use a mint on it. You could use bottle caps, which are now level 50 instead of level 100. And you could get a Pokemon with basically perfect stats without even breeding. So they really made it easier to get perfect Pokemon. But anyways, still, I enjoyed making this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching.